Hey everyone, it's Andrew from OmegaX and I am the Managing Director, and I wanted to create a really quick video, relatively quick, about the Omega experience. We've had a few interesting conversations with new and existing clients lately, and I thought, you know what, this is a good opportunity to really have a video that I can sort of direct businesses to before they've signed up, to help them understand what exactly does it mean to be a part of OmegaX, and also what does it actually mean to be a part of the Omega experience. My agency, OmegaX Proprietary Limited, is unlike any other agency. I know that sounds cliche, but if you just give me a few moments, I'll explain further. The agency that I never wanted to become was the agency where a business would basically say, oh, look, here you go, take, $2,000, $4,000, $5,000, take even $10,000 a month, do the work, report, and send back. And SEO in particular, which is one of our core services, is more or less just something that clients tick and say, you know what, we've got our SEO provider, tick, it's done. But we're going to need to be a lot more than just that. I have always envisioned we would be a lot more than that. And what that means is helping, like if that's what a business is looking for, and they're not really looking for that rural personalized service, then that's fine, but just not for us. The companies that we're looking for is companies that understand, yes, we need OmegaX for their SEO guidance. We need OmegaX for their content marketing, for their digital marketing sort of professional advice and guidance and support and even implementation. When it comes to technical SEO, for example, we love doing that on our own. We love managing that, because technical SEO is more or less a job for an SEO. You don't expect clients to understand canonicals. You don't expect clients to understand the importance of the internal linking and titles and descriptions. These sort of technical elements is the role and responsibility for an SEO. When it comes to content marketing, when it comes to digital PR, when it comes to other facets of digital marketing and brand orientated strategies, then it takes a company holistically to get behind the agency. So yes, businesses will certainly hire us for our SEO expertise in jewelry. But that doesn't mean that that's where it ends. Getting clients to understand that they are a part of this story, that they need to be a huge part of the process, especially growing a business organically. Just think about that. Growing a brand in 2025, in 2026, and in 2027, growing a brand organically is going to take, just stop for a moment, have a think, just think about it for a second. It's going to take a lot more than just handing over some cash to somebody in another company to quote unquote build your search engine rankings. I want every company that I work with to understand that they're not, I don't care if they're a jeweler or they're selling nutritional supplements or they're selling collagen powder, they're a brand agency. They're in a brand agency for themselves. Their client is themselves. They're a brand agency. And what does that actually mean? Building content and understanding your target market intimately to ensure that various stakeholders in the company have a responsibility to brand the company. And I repeat, the stakeholders, all of them, every single one of them, from employees to directors to CEOs to internal and external marketing team, they all have a role to play in the organic growth. For example, from the salespeople on the floor to the executives in the boardroom, everybody has a job to do. The salespeople on the floor are bombarded with questions all day long from the target market. literal customers walking in, picking up the phone, or however they're engaging with the brand, including and especially comments that they're leaving on social media. How are they being interacted? How can we take these questions and build content around sort of delivering, hey, look, we're understanding our customers now on a greater scale. This has a big part to play in the organic growth of a business through search and through AI. How? Because you are building these digital and emotional connections between their brain, your quote unquote target market brain, and then the business that they're engaged with. And hopefully it's our clients. The longer, like on social media or the sales team dealing with the customers, engaging them, understanding them, the longer that they're doing that, more likely they're to grow market share and actually make a sale, and less time they're with their competitors. So if someone is messaging you and it's taking 2 minutes and asking you a question, you pretty much know, like, how much are these pink diamond engagement rings? Well, you know that if that's all they're asking you, they're going to ask that question to 50 other competitors. The quicker that you can have a conversation and engage and explain what it actually is that separates you from the other competitors, the more likely that they are to then connect with that brand and to buy something. We are in the entertainment business. This sounds like it's a crazy phenomenon. We are in the entertainment business. So our sales staff wants to deliver, and I talk about this all the time, what I call the SEC branding methodology: storytelling, experience, and convenience. And these three components need to be completely embedded in our company culture. Remember, from the sales floor to the boardroom floor, every single one of you have a part to actually play in the development of your business. And I'm just going to keep harping on that. So I talked about the sales staff. They've got an opportunity to get filmed, to get documented, to help the content from the SEO team, from the content team, to help build stories and ideas based upon interactions that they have with the customers. People ask me, what are some good search keywords that we can use? And we can go to third-party data. We can go to Google Search Console. We can look at all these various sort of data points. But the key thing here is to understand that your customers are asking questions to your sales team. Are you collecting those? Are we building content with those? Are we able to get these documented, to our engagement and our experience that we're delivering to the customers? I'm sick and tired of like social media strategies, etc., being more about, Tim's 40th birthday than it is about the experience and falling in love with the customers that you're dealing with. Right up to the actual marketing team. Obviously, they're going to be, so we talked about the sales team and the employees on the floor. They have a role to play in the content. The marketing team, obviously, they've got an accountability to play. So the job as the SEO is to keep on top of trends, is on top of competitor analysis, is completely in tune with how the competitors are moving, what type of links we need to get, building out content strategies, building out the website to create better experiences for the customers, better journeys for the customers, understanding how they search and what matters to them. And then as an SEO, helping the client understand that this is what's important for your customers. Then how do we build that into the web experience? How do we build that into the mobile experience? So there's certainly a huge part on the SEO to ensure that the technical optimization is right, to ensure that the content and the experience that customers are experiencing. Remember, we are in the entertainment business. The content that they're consuming from our brand is meaningful, it's inspiring, and is delivering something of true value that psychologically now they're connecting their bridges in their mind to your brand. It's, I still know clients that are doing SEO in a solo, and I basically have had hard conversations. You cannot just do SEO anymore. You've got to branch out. And so why? Because you've got to connect with your customers. You've got to use branding strategies to almost go to them. You can't just always wait. They're going to jump in the boat every single time with SEO. I'm almost convinced that by the time they see your brand again through the Google search results, they should be between 33 to 53% convinced and had a good experience with your brand. So no matter where you rank in the search results, you've already left a great impression with them prior to that. And the best way to do that, obviously, is through email, is through social media, and engaging with them where they're at, going to them and branding to them and finding out what's important to them and delivering it. So for the marketing team, that's a huge responsibility, and making sure that our role is being utilized and we're taking advantage of everybody in the company. Which leads me to the boardroom, to owners, to directors. Are they willing to go out on LinkedIn? Are they willing to talk about their brands to the business community? Are they willing to go on TikTok and do a funny video? I've got clients, for example, where their brothers are running the company. Brothers running a company is already a story. Now, is that going to be a certain story that I would necessarily convey at every single moment? No, but there's definitely a story there on TikTok. How you deliver that story on TikTok is very different to how you're going to deliver that on LinkedIn. And understanding that OmegaX wants to be a part of a company that has branding truly built into their DNA, that I'm going to use me and OmegaX interchangeably, because OmegaX is going to be me as a machine. So it's basically synonymous at this point. I'm just coming in as a professional and basically supplementing and adding value in certain aspects of the organic growth. But being responsible to be, hey, here's $2,000, go off and do your thing and come back, weekly, fortnightly, monthly, it doesn't really make any difference. And then just let us know what you need, and we'll help you get it done. Like that, for me, from now on, going forward, is off. He's off the table. He's completely off the table. I don't want this type of work. So I want, basically, the reason for that is clients that truly understand that they're a branding agency, that they're going to, it doesn't matter what it is that they sell, it's completely irrelevant. When they know that they're a branding agency, they know that they're here to serve a market, and they're willing to do what it takes to prove that they have a brand that they can be proud of, that is truly unique, and that by dealing with this particular company, you're going to get an experience unlike anywhere else. Andrew, tell us, what does that translate to mean to improve our SEO? How do we get more clicks to our website? How do we build out new content journeys? How do we get people to link to our website? How do we do these things on a sustainable rate? Those questions are absolutely essential for me to answer. And I can only truly give them an answer when the whole brand is built for brand orientated, brand initiative. They're just on fire. They understand that there are a media and a brand agency at that point. And therefore, I can come in, fill the gaps, bring 20 years of marketing experience, and then really feel like, OmegaX has helped us transform our digital marketing. And that's how I really see it. And there's plenty of agencies that are willing to take your money, and they're happy to go away, and they're happy to do their thing, and they're happy to report to you on about 10 BS keywords, 12, 15, 20, 30 keywords, some keyword tool, and really forget the big picture of marketing. And especially and vitally important for brands that are in the jewelry, that are in the fashion, that are in the nutritional supplements, that are in the electrical retail, all those real competitive niches, to get behind and change the philosophy and realize, wow, we actually have to overhaul everything we do to become a brand agency, to compete on a level playing field in this new media information age that we're about to embark on. And you can look at the AI and you can look at all these various new technologies coming. The point is, AI needs information, and it's still going to need to use an algorithm. The brands that truly understand that they are a brand agency, whether they knowingly or unknowingly, whether consciously or subconsciously, the ones that are aware that that's what they are. And Apple truly pioneers this idea that they can sell you the same iPhone every year practically, and you get the same special feeling every time you buy it. And the way in which they deliver those messages, they nailed it. But that needs to transform the way in which you think about the brand that you are, and that you need to realize we are this XYZ company. We provide these experiences. We're going to tell these stories, and we're going to be this convenient. It's so easy to work with us. You don't have to meet this criteria. We want to remove the friction. We want to deliver an experience that you're not going to get anywhere else. And we are going to tell the best possible stories to engage, to entertain, to inspire our target market. Thanks a lot, guys. I'm hoping that made a lot of sense. If you've got any questions, I would love for you to let me know in the comments. Hopefully that resonates, because it truly is something that I literally meditate on nearly day and night about, are we truly conveying who we are as a brand, ourselves, and the type of clients that we feel we can truly deliver huge amounts of value and deliver huge amounts of impact and positive change, from results to a company philosophy, to get them to feel and to think completely differently, that is going to able to sustain them throughout the ages, and is certainly in the foreseeable future. Guys, my name is Andrew Glintos. You can reach out to me at andrew@omegadigital.com.au, and I look forward to having a chat with you at any moment.